So now you've seen how to add authentication to either a new project or an existing project. Let's look at that override section where we can override certain pages of our authentication system. Now, I'm using the example from last lesson, again, which already has authentication in it. So how do I then override those pages? Well, let's first kind of expand out this pages, which just has these two entries here, view start and validation scripts partial. Now let's right click on add auth later, the project, and say add new scaffolded item and identity, which we already have. But since we already have it, first I can go ahead and just say either override all the pages or select a page to override. Let's override the forgot password page and the login page. Those two pages. And now that I have pages selected in the data context class, I need to select my existing data context. I shouldn't create a new one here because I already have one. Select the existing one and then hit add. And once this is done, essentially what it'll do is it will create new pages for us to modify. And so it tells us some information about how to add this, which we've already done. So we can close that out. But what we can do here is notice this new folder called account. And inside here, we now have forgot password and login. What these are overrides for an existing page. Think of it just like you would a method. So we have a method in a class, and then someone outside the class can then override that method with their own version in their own class. That's what we're doing here. The page already exists in a library that .NET has provided to us, but we're saying we're going to override that page with our own version of it. The super nice thing is we don't have to start from scratch now. They give us the entire page. And it's pretty much the entire page as it looks if we were to do it ourselves, or if they did it. So this section right here is another service like Twitter or Facebook for authentication. I'm going to minimize this and then delete it. We don't want that one. Now, let's make another significant change. Let's, instead of saying use a local account, let's use an I am Tim Corey account to log in. Okay, so now we know that it definitely is our changes. We hit save there. Let's go to forgot password and let's make a change of some type here. Enter your email, which is also your username. Again, just to see we have some kind of change here. And we'll hit run for IIS Express. Once the page loads up, we can go to register. No changes there, it still works. Log in, use an I am Tim Corey account to log in. If we forgot our password, enter your email, which is also your username. So see how we can make our modifications to an existing page. It looks very, very similar, but now we can add our own changes into it. So we start from the base of whatever Microsoft provided, but we can then make changes. If you decide down the road, you know what, I really don't want to have that forgot password page overridden, right click, delete. And it says, yes, this is permanent. Cool, that's fine. Run it again. So that was register. Let's go take a look at what the register page looks like now. Oops, not register. That was forgot password. There's forgot password. Notice there's no information here about the fact that it's your username. So that was our modification. We deleted the page, and now it's back to the default because we have no overriding page. So it's a very quick way to make a change just to the pages you want to. You don't have to import all of them. I would suggest just importing the ones that you actually want to change. If you do want to change all, that's fine. Select them all. It will fill up. There's a lot of pages in here, but you'll have the option then to make whatever change you want to every page. You can brand them all. You can change how they're laid out. Whatever you want to do, as long as you have the same inputs working, you're good to go. And that's all there is to overriding. It's fairly simple, which is kind of the theme of .NET Core, is taking some of those hard to do things and packaging them up in a way that is more intuitive and just makes it a little easier for us as developers to get our job done.